Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream, the last Elden Ring stream for a very long time. We're willing it into existence, people. This is the end of the Elden Ring stream. Until there's DLC, we are putting this behind us. Get thee behind me, Satan. Also known as End Game Elden Ring. One way in which we're going to ensure that we are going to finish this game tonight is that Cam has been doing like Elden Beast Olympics all day or something. Uh, do you want to talk about that?
So yeah, I basically just felt like following the stream last week that maybe I should push the build that I have to the kind of like upper limits of what it can do,
Right.
like on terms of like just putting out numbers as hard as they possibly can
Did you
against
respec?
Radagon and Elden Beast. I barely did. I had to
Okay.
tweak a couple of numbers, mainly just so I could get Fire Spur me. So I am doing the whole thing now, as many people do in this game, which I understand why they do it, and I, fully get people doing it in PvP. But I do like start this fight with like a buff string.
Right.
Like
Right.
I do like 3 or 4 different buffs, and then go in and try to like melt Radagon really quick. And then
I
Elden
wonder
Beast
if I
is
have
really not
any.
that bad.
I wonder if I have any faith spells that could buff me going into it. What did you say you were using? Fire Spermy?
Fire Spermy, which is like you should have it if you don't.
I
And
do not, but
yeah,
it could be a thing worth going and finding if we do run into trouble.
yeah. Fire Spermy, Golden Vow, Exalted Flesh, and the Holy Dried Liver are the things that I am using going in.
Yes, I have a lot of the
Uh,
holy dried livers. Not as many as I wanted to have, but I have 5 on me and I have 7 in storage.
mm-hmm.
And I also respect. So people are now looking at what I am referring to as Angry Glacia.
Okay.
Her hair is now red. She is wearing different armor, and she is holding 2 twin blades. Which at one point that was actually the vision for this character. This is going to be like an ice twin blade thing to kind of proc the ice really fast. But that is going to allow me like a faster option if I need it, with just like the R1. And it's going to give me like a big buff against Elden Beast when I do the Black Flame Tornado thing that people have been talking about in chat, which does take like 25% of Elden Beast's health if you can do the whole thing. So I think we're just gonna jump right into it unless you have anything else, Cam.
I don't.
I am now standing in the arena where Horaloo once reigned, but he is dead.
Yeah, Ammo, that is the one I'm talking about. The Fire Grammy Strength, yeah.
As we were talking about last week, I upgraded my Mimic Veil to +10, and then I beat Horaloo on my first try.
Yeah.
So I apologize for not having that leveled up last time, but he is
Before
dead.
we go into it, Ornstein asked for a quick and dirty like ranking of main bosses in Elden Ring, of what you thought of that.
Do you want to
just
do the whole
rattle off
thing,
a
all
few.
of the main ones?
You know, I mean, just do whatever you think you can go through.
Okay.
Rattle off a few.
Margit and Morgott are both like hovering around like the number 1, number 2 spot for me. Like I know they're very similar fights, but one of them I feel like is the like a perfect intro to the game, and the other feels like a peak that is sort of a bookended like see how far you have come as a player sort of experience, that I think like would actually work as an ending a lot better than what we're getting here. I really like I know it's kind of a basic field boss, but I really like the Flying Dragon Aguil fight. Like doing that on Torrent at the very beginning of the game, I think is like really stuck with me. And it is fun to do every time I replay the game, even though I don't actually have to fight that boss. And actually, the fact that you get to fight Torrent or ride Torrent while you're fighting him, and that kind of like creates this new like combat experience in a Souls game that I think would actually be awesome to do with Elden Beast if Elden Beast just had like a switch flipped and you could ride Torrent. A lot of people think that it is originally designed for that. I don't want to speculate as to, you know, that's not a thing I feel like I can prove, but I do think the fight would be unequivocally better if you could ride Torrent.
It feels like the lack of having him around does kind of feel like it is pushing the fight to more like attrition territory.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
So those are some that come to mind. Just the Morgot, Margit, the dragon in the lake. But there are others that I like too, that I will say when I think of them. Here is the Radagon cutscene, people. It's pretty cool. I like this cutscene.
Emo, I don't know. We might do PvP or something. We're not sure.
Yeah, if people want to do a little like stream PvP celebration, if folks are up to that, I would be down to do it if we have any extra time. And hopefully, dear God, we will have extra time.
Don't say anything about anything.
One of many pieces of evidence that Elden Ring is either a like overtly like trans curious game or like a trans affirming game, maybe accidentally, with so many characters having like gender swapped versions of themselves. There's also Saint Trina and gosh, what is the guy's name? Nicola.
Yeah.
And somebody else too. I like that he's fighting you with the anvil that you see from the
like the hammer. Yeah.
And the design of like seeing the Elden Ring sort of coming out of the cavity of his chest is really, really cool.
Yeah.
I like the Radagon fight. It is good.
I do too. I love Radagon. I think he's sweet.
It's
It's a shame about that second bit. But...
it really is.
Yeah.
This fight is pretty hard, but it feels very fair. All of his moves have like a very easily learnable like window, and it doesn't feel like they're ever like stacking too many elements on top of each other like there are in so many of the in-game fights. It's just like he is a very powerful version of you, essentially. He's just doing some spells that you can't do.
Yeah.
He moves real slow too.
Yeah, when he's walking, he does. Yeah, but he's mostly like teleporting around and stuff.
Whoop. Almost. Ugh.
Ah, crap. I thought that was going at you.
He can switch it up, like mid-combo.
Yeah. Can make it kind of tricky. This thing.
he does have the thing that a lot of Elden Ring bosses have, where like your actual opportunity to attack is very like spread out. You do have to wait a long time for him to actually give you an opening, and it's sort of a matter of being patient.
So. I think Radagon's is more. I think his windows are way bigger than a lot of the bosses that you fight near the end.
A lot bigger than Elden Beast, a lot bigger than Malekith.
Malenia. Or Malekith.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to get him. Come on. Yeah,
nice.
I got him. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going into Elden Beast with a ton of health, but this is the kind of, or a ton of flasks anyway. This is the kind of fight that I feel like I either use, like die before I use a couple, or I get through and have a lot left. Oh, I just accidentally skipped that cutscene. We will probably have an opportunity to rewatch it, to be honest. All right, Black Flame Tornado.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Cracking. Yeah. Look at that. There we go. You'll love to see it.
You love to see it. What if we got Elden Beast on the first try?
Shut up.
So much running, so much stamina. You have to.
Yeah, there's a lot of like just like resource tax.
Yeah.
Like you can get you can start out doing so well, and then you're just like, man, I haven't hit him in like 3 minutes. Or something, you know?
Truly, and that's not an exaggeration in some cases.
Yeah.
What do you think of this boss arena?
I like it. It's cool. It's sick. Everything about this fight except the actual mechanics are awesome.
Yeah.
I think Elden Beast looks extremely cool. I think that the idea is very cool and stuff.
Yes.
I like where you fight him. It's neat that it's like a caster boss kind of as like a final.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea, but it's just implemented in like the most annoying way imaginable. And so, yeah, the fight sucks, but it's not really the aesthetics' fault. I'm probably gonna go down, by the way. I just ran out of assist.
Whoops. So conceptually, I feel like we should talk about what exactly this is we're fighting, because it's cool, like you said. So this is like as close as you get, I guess, in this game to fighting one of these outer god characters, or maybe Malenia, depending on how you interpret the Goddess of Rot subtitle in her boss room. But it's cool that like you're fighting essentially like the Greater Will's
like
beast
Avatar
shadow, kind of like Blythe is, or the tiger that Horaloo has. There's somebody else I'm forgetting has like a big familiar. Malekith and Malenia. So it's interesting to see that like structure kind of throughout the cosmology of the game. I'm probably about to die. Ah! Ooh, I got him for another good one. I might be able to get him if I could just knock it, hit, and get one more tornado in. Where is he? Where is he? Ooh, more stars.
Ornstein's talking about how in Radagon, he gets annoyed with like the lingering hitboxes and unavoidable combos. That's what he said. I don't know. The hitboxes are kind of annoying, but
there's like an initial hit, and then they like glow, and so it does kind of give you a telegraphs a little bit.
I think in the grand scheme of late game Elden Ring bosses, Radagon is fairly clean.
Yeah, I agree.
Given how much crap you have to put up with other bosses, it doesn't really bother me all that much.
Ooh, I am about to kill Elden Beast right here.
Do it.
I think it might happen. Okay. He has such a small amount of health right now.
You can do it.
Oh, come on. I got him! We got Elden Beast on the first try! Woo! Yes!
Okay.
Man, we needed that. We needed that.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Well, goodbye, everybody.
Let's burn this Erdtree down. Let's go.
There's the last one for the cuss counter.
The last one for the cuss counter.
Unless somebody unless if you're wanting to do PvP or whatever, they may slip out, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you picked Frenzied Flame for what it kind of represents to Elden Ring.
Absolutely. It feels right for our journey, I think. Like, if there was an option for us to burn down Dark Souls 2, we would have done that.
We would have done it. We would have done it to him.
Let me add my cuss.
Yeah. Just don't go light the bonfire yet, or whatever. Don't go do the thing or wait, do you have to? Do you have to move straight into NG Plus here? I can't remember.
No, it lets you choose if you want to go to what they call Journey 2, I think.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool, yeah, we can just mess around then. I mean, we've done almost everything in the game, but we could always PvP, and also, let me look at my map. There were also like catacombs and stuff we decided to just not do.
That's true. If people wanted to see like the heroes' graves or whatever, we could subject ourselves to that.
If we wanted to just kind of like victory lap on stuff like that, we could.
Yeah, we could. This could be like our final boss request stream if people have things we haven't fought that they want to see us fight. But I'm also down to just go in the Coliseum and get fights.
Yo.
Also, we could get fights with people in the chat if those people have PlayStations.
Blades.
They both do. I think it's just Ammo and Ornstein watching.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad it's over.
It's over.
Have you ever seen that picture before that's like a kid? It's like his yearbook picture or something, and his win quote, like it's a fighting game. His like little graduation quote or whatever is, he just says, "I'm glad it's over."
I'm glad it's over.
That's me on the tail end of Elden Ring.
Yeah, I have so many things that I would like to say about this game that are positive over like the credits or the closing cutscene, but I am kind of like winded by it.
Right.
Like,
why don't we take some time in to enjoy some bits of the game?
Yeah.
And then maybe we can sign off on a more positive note than the last, I don't know, like 12 or 13 streams.
Absolutely. There have been some positive ones in there, but the last handful have been rough. Because we hit Morgot, I don't know, stream 12 or 13, and this is like 22 or something.
Yeah, I feel like we did have a really good like positive stream not long ago, and then it like really went downhill after that.
Hold on, I'm looking up our.
It was the Faramazula.
Faramazula was great.
Was the good one.
Yeah.
That
was only
tasted happiness.
That was only 2 streams ago. So we just had one real bad Horaloo stream. The Melania stream was unfortunate.
Oh, hey Chance.
What's up, man? Chance. I felt the disturbance in the force.
You missed us beating Elden Beast on our first try. after
Incredible.
Getting hosed by Horaloo for 2 hours last week. So
Yeah, karma swang back around in our direction.
swang.
It swang. Okay, I'm skipping the credits so we can just go into Coliseum stuff. If anybody wants to put on the caveman multiplayer password and join us for Coliseum, that'd be fun. We just need to know how many people are going to do it so that we can like decide which kind of arena to ask for.
Yo.
Do you want to just do a quick let's see, United Combat 4 combatants?
Hang on, I need to go back to the stupid hold.
Oh, okay.
That would be up to Swaff. I don't know, Emma. Whichever, I don't care.
What's up?
Don't matter to me. Emma asked if if he could join voice. Yeah.
You can join voice. Let's do it.
The doors are open, everybody. We're feeling charitable. Okay. So what do you want me to do at the Coliseum?
I currently have it as United Combat 4 combatants, any location. But if we want to switch it to 6 combatants and have ammo jump in, that is also fine.
Okay. Do you have Spirit Ashes prohibited?
Right now, it is prohibited. Yeah.
Okay. And then I need to put in Caveman, right?
Mm-hmm. And you're changing it to allied team only.
Right.
Well, congratulations, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. I'm really happy about it.
He needed the dub. He needed the dub badly.
I was like clenching because I knew Swaff was out of heals.
Yeah.
This was right on the edge, and I was like, "Oh man!" I was like, "Swaff, don't panic. You got this, bro. You got this." And dude, you didn't disappoint.
It was a very climactic fight. Cam, you'll have to watch it on YouTube whenever.
I will.
Okay, I have. Ammo, are you in the Coliseum? Because I just hit search.
Not just yet. I'm
Okay.
loading my game up right now.
I am like at the round table with it, looking for allies and foes right now.
Okay, I will. Do you have it as 6 or 4?
4. I can switch it to 6 though, since ammo's coming in.
Cool. Ammo, do you have end of stream thoughts? I don't think you were here last week, right?
Dude, I actually haven't been on the stream in a while because I mean, as I've pretty much told everybody now, but yeah, me and Rachel are having a kid.
Yeah, that's a huge deal. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate that. But yeah, she's seeing a high risk OB right now, so we've been kind of dealing with that. We're moving again soon. We're moving with her mom actually. She's just bought a really nice, like, big old house, so we've just been trying to get stuff together and. You know, I dealt with the passing of a really good friend last week, so I've been it's been a hard week.
Yeah.
It's been a rough week, but yeah, no, it's I haven't been here in a while because of a lot of stuff that's been going on in my life.
Yeah.
Not to be a downer or anything. Sorry for bringing that up on stream.
No, you're good. I hope things settle down for you soon.
Get in here in the we can just do one-on-one duels and you just smack me and Swaff around.
You could do that. Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
I would actually really like to do it. That'd be fun.
What, you guys want you want to fight each other?
Can you do just like a ordeal with just 3 people?
Or you can change it to duel.
No, it's 2, 4, or 6 apparently.
No, you can change it to duel.
4 ordeal. If we did like an ordeal with 4, it would just be us plus 1 random. I think that's fine.
It
right?
Work that way because everybody would need to be using the password in order to join.
Right. Gotcha. We would need an even number. Yeah.
Yeah, we would need a 4th to do that, unfortunately.
But I'm pretty sure you can go into duel and put on a password, and we can just do PvP.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can do that. We can just fight each other.
You want to do that real quick while we're waiting on ammo?
Sure.
I'm good to go, but yeah, go ahead and do your duel real quick.
I am using a new moveset, so I probably will not be super adept with it just yet.
Oh, Swafford, also, I remember when we did the PvP stream together, you were asking me how many different weapons I swap between, right?
Yeah.
On console, it's 25. On PC, it's like 50.
That's crazy.
Well, so
and they
you
all
know,
work
there's
for your build?
Well, yeah. Well, okay. So I have duplicates of some because it's easier to just like find a weapon that I want to use. I have duplicate weapons with different Ashes of War and stuff because some of the weapons are just have really good movesets, but and the Ash of Wars are good, but I don't want to just use that one weapon with just one Ash of War. It's hard to do that on console because you have very limited resources. On PC, mods, baby.
That's so cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
Swaff, do you have the password set? and
I
stuff?
do. Yeah. What is your
I can't
location?
find you. Any.
Yeah, so same for me.
And you have
Hold on.
Spirit Ashes prohibited.
Right.
Let me see if I can find one of y'all. I have it set to duel. Matchmaking has been canceled.
What?
That's all that mine said.
Okay, I'm doing it now. Ammo,
Let's see
queue
who
up
gets there
again.
first.
It must be said also, like, this is relevant to the struggles we've had on stream. This matchmaking is really bad. There's
awful.
there's no way that there's
crazy.
nobody on trying to do this.
It's crazy how bad this is.
Hopefully,
Like,
the first with the DLC.
You know what's funny is I kind of like took for granted that they would be able to do a matchmaking thing, and I don't know why I thought that. Like, I have no idea why I assumed they would be able to do matchmaking.
Is
but,
it complicated?
like-
I mean, I know everything in
No.
software development is somewhat
No.
complicated, but like fighting
Dude,
games have been
at
doing
this
this for
point,
such a long
yes.
time, right?
Not just fighting games, dude. Everything does matchmaking. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
at, like
Yep.
the shooting games do matchmaking. Like,
Animal
every
Crossing does
single-
matchmaking.
There is no matchmaking in Animal Crossing.
Is there
There's
not?
No.
No, what in the world metric would you be matchmaked upon? What like
I don't know. There's the like open island
Hey.
thing that you can do. Oh, did
Hey,
you
there we
get
go.
one?
Oh, it's me, Cam.
yeah, so Swafford,
Nice.
you're out of the loop somehow.
Cool. Well, this is a very visually interesting match that we're gonna have for us here.
Oh well, no, I forgot. I'm not on. Well, actually, they have Discord on PS5 now, so I could try to stream my screen so you could stream it on your stream.
I don't want to have to figure that out live on stream.
It's
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was mainly just joking.
While you
Let's
guys
see.
are fighting, I'm gonna see if I can just get a random. Let's see. Okay, I got a random match.
Nice.
Victory. Wait, is it just one kill and that's it?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, you just, dude. Yeah, do you not do duels in this game or what?
No, not. I don't really mess with the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Well, I really just want them to bring back 6-player invasion stuff. Like,
They're not.
man, I don't know why they did that.
Just go
Now
play
it's
Dark
just
Souls
Gang
3.
Squad.
Yeah. Just go
I
play
need to
Dark
go
Souls
back to
3.
it. It's just I
Yeah.
don't know. I like Elden Ring's like variability, like weapon variability and stuff, right? But like, I miss Dark Souls
Honestly-
3. Like in the
Honestly,
fact that,
I feel like the variability and the like level of stat investment and stuff in Elden Ring has kind of wrapped back around to basically every character feeling like it's just mush. I don't like I hardly ever see builds that I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." I always see stuff that is like everybody using every friggin' weapon in the game.
that's
Is
true.
every
Well,
so like
like,
I'm at
whatever.
140 now, which is not as high as a lot of people go. Like people go to 150.
Well,
But
actually,
I can crank like 2 damaging stats really easily. So like it doesn't even really make sense to just stick to one
Yeah,
type of
that's-
play.
Yeah.
Well, there's still different levels of PvP meta. Like I think on the lower end it's around like 125 to like 135, and then you break into like the 140 or like 138 to like 150, and then there is a bracket for like 165, I think, or something like that. But I've been
Yeah.
watching a lot of
Any-
Chase Bro stuff lately. But
Any
like
characters that I would rather play in PvP.
Yeah, I mean, so the only thing, I mean, I do agree with you in the fact that like it seems like everybody uses that every weapon and whatnot, like because like how the scaling works, you can literally just throw whatever. You can use magic on a pure strength build kind of thing. 'Cause,
Right.
Like you just throw the Ash of War on there and be like, okay, well if I just make it heavy, boom, I'm good to go. That
And you
I
can
don't
kind of
necessarily
use
like
any
that.
weapon with any scaling too. because of
Yes.
how the Ash of Wars work.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
And
So,
like on one
I
level,
kind of-
that adaptability is really cool. Like being able to
Yes.
mix and match what types of things you want to use. Like I feel like hypothetically would lead to a lot of really specific, interesting builds. And there are some people who have done, you know, fun like gimmick builds and like costumes and things like that. But those are not necessarily going to be viable on a competitive level in a lot of cases.
Well, I mean, it just depends on a lot of things there, honestly. I mean, you can easily do a meme or cheese build and like, you know, go like the whole like I mean, it was a glitch, but that whole thing where it's like you just put the death aura around you, like with I forgot what spell it was, like flame cleanse me
Oh,
or something like that.
the stupid. Oh my god, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the one where like you set yourself on fire. So you like set
Yes.
yourself on fire and then get the death blight thing, and then it would just like instantly kill anyone around
Well,
you.
yeah,
for
because
some
it puts
reason.
an aura just around you, so if you're around
Yeah.
anybody, the aura's building up, so you don't have to attack or anything like you should have to. It was a glitch. They fixed it in this last patch, like finally fixed it. For some reason, it was still
Yeah.
prevalent for a long time. I thought they fixed it a while ago, but no, they just now actually fixed it. So, and there was the funny Erdtree shield thing that you could do.
Oh yeah,
you
you can
could,
absorb magic
like,
and
cast
shoot it back at
spells
people.
yourself.
Yeah.
Well, no. It's just what it was is like if you just poison yourself, right? So like it's like you're taking damage. They pass this out really quick, but it's like you're taking damage. So all you had to do is it didn't consume any FP. All you had to do was just spam the Ash of War, and you would just shoot blasts out of your shield every time you did it. It would not consume any stamina and no FP. So obviously it wasn't meant to be like that.
Yeah, that's an exploit.
Yeah, I did it for a minute. Not in PvP. I just did it to cheese bosses here and there when I was trying to get a character built and stuff like that. But I mean, it was funny. But people did it in PvP, and I was like, this is stupid.
Do you guys want to try to switch to like a 3v3? This duel thing is not really working for me.
Okay, so we got duels instantly, so that's starting to tell me something, isn't it?
What is it telling
like
you?
me and Emmo got connected pretty quickly to each other.
Yeah.
And you haven't found any duels at all, right?
Well, I got a random, but when I put in caveman, I'm not getting y'all.
Right.
Oh,
which is weird. Because do you remember? Because that's what happened to me last time we tried this together. Remember?
Yeah. Why don't we all do United Combat, any location, with the
6.
password on?
Yeah. So restrictions. So ally team only. Make sure you put restrictions on ally team only, because that will team us up together, and we'll get randoms hopefully. Any location you said?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Though would it be better if we picked one?
I mean,
I've got one of you. Yeah,
I
I'm
did
queued with
queue.
somebody.
Oh, okay. So I'm with Swaff.
Sweet.
I have Swaff right now.
Remaining ally
remaining
0.
0. Yep.
Yeah,
So
but
we're
check
all
this out.
working
I
together.
bet you we never get a single foe.
I guarantee it.
Such a fun way to end the Elden Ring stream.
Why don't we-
this?
Here's something we could do if you guys want. Like, I could put my red sign down somewhere, and then you guys can summon me in. Well, I guess you'd have to remove the password. I was gonna say you guys can taunt your tongue and get a random and do 2v2s that way.
Wait, couldn't
I'll
we
just
just
fight
do
on
it
the
at
team.
Lucaria?
Well, I
You
mean,
also just go to Raya Lucaria and like 1v1 there. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
that's like the.
Why
that's like
don't
the
we
big
just do
PvP
that?
spot.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. Forget this.
Yeah, I guarantee this will if this kind of died out, people will probably come back and start doing it more when the DLC drops.
Do you
honestly.
think that there's just nobody on, or is the matchmaking system
No.
awful?
The matchmaking is bad. It
that too.
always has been.
Yeah, I mean, like if you can look at the map, and there's a lot of hot spots where people are fighting around in world PvP right now. So like, there's got to be people out there trying to do the matches. Although, when I was playing with Michael and stuff, like when we were messing around with it, we did get the same team like 3 different times when we were doing it on PC. So I don't know. Maybe the game is starting to die down a little bit as well, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it, or if it's
It
just...
appears to me to be that the game puts an insane amount of weight on whether or not you are in a pre-made, which
Yeah.
is funny because it doesn't really help you that much.
In a pre-made
True.
what?
A pre-made just means you're queuing as a team as opposed to queuing like as a single person getting put into a random team.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
So it does not help you all that much in Dark Souls to be in a pre-made, honestly. So like I don't know why they put so much weight on it. They basically will not queue you against a non-pre-made if you are a pre-made. So like
that's awful.
or that appears to
So
be
that lowers
everybody's
your odds so
thing
much.
is because because everybody Mo has said the same thing. Like when they do their thing, they also only get the same teams over and over. So, oh, what level are you guys, by the way?
140.
I am level 139, I think. 139.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop some souls.
I put my summon sign down at Ray Lucaria.
Oh, okay. Who's gonna summon who and do what? And yeah.
If you see my summon sign, you can summon me.
Let me put the password on. I'll furled finger.
Oh wait, do I have my password on? I do.
Glacia, that's you, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I'll set mine down too, I guess.
Oh, you know what I could do? I could put my well before I summon y'all as reds. I guess I can when we 1v1 swap real quick. But like,
Yep.
I could get a hunter in here and like summon both y'all as reds, and we could do 2v2s that way.
We could have a little fight club going. If their signs show up, anyway.
I miss the 6-player fight club stuff in Dark Souls 3. That was so fun.
It was. It's
Welcome,
Krampus.
Swafford. Let me see here. What do I want to use against you? I didn't use a scythe that much. Okay, I gotta swap some.
You know what? I didn't even use that holy dried liver thing against Elden Beast. I should have.
Yeah, let's try this. Okay.
Are you ready?
Buffing. Now I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's go. Ready to lose. Whoop.
Oh man,
Gotcha.
trying to do something cheeky. Dang it. I can't get the hang of it.
Gotcha again. Whoop. Oh.
Oh, brother.
Amos hit me with pocket sand. What are you drinking?
Blue.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, I got greedy. Ah ha ha! We also got a low bubble. Oh, I lost mine.
First dude, chase the bro, buddy. Oops, I didn't mean to do that twice.
Oh man. You got me. Good game.
Yeah, that was a good fight. Bird calling finger remedy.
I do kind of like these twin blades. They're fun.
Twin blades, dude, I missed twin blades so much, like from Dark Souls 2. They were so fun. Such a cool weapon.
Have you played with them in Elden Ring?
Yeah, a little bit. I haven't really messed with them too much. I think I've got one of them. No, I don't. I don't know why. Oh, I don't have enough decks. Oh, no, I've got one twin blade. I've got one, the only twin blade I can use. I do have Black Flame Tornado on it.
Yeah, Black Flame Tornado would be really fun if we could get 3v3s in the Coliseum.
Yeah. Alright, let me do Blue Cipher. Wait, is that the one that summons? I'm gonna state and to answer should No, I need to do the other one.
So
Right.
what are we doing
Now I
right
can-
now?
So what we can do is I can summon both y'all in as reds, and then when you get in here, I can get a blue on my side, so we can do. I have Tantra's time to get you both in here, I think. But
Sweet.
yeah, if you want to do 2v2s, I can summon both y'all as reds, and
Do
then
I need
wait
to
for a blue to
put-
show up.
The duelist finger, or do I need to invade?
No, put your red sign down.
Okay.
I think mine is down.
Yeah, I see yours. Wait, no, Jeremiah?
Yeah, that's mine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is your madness guy?
Yeah.
Good.
All right, let me see here. I think.
Oh yeah, I could
don't
play
know if
with
I
my
need
other characters too. That'd be fun.
I
I
don't know
could
if
I
need
could
tongue now.
annoy Cam with the blasphemous blade.
I'm gonna
I
wait
don't
until I
care
see
about the
Swafford's sign
blasphemous
first.
blade.
Okay, there's both y'all signs. Okay, let me see, because if I summon one of you, yeah, the other one goes away. So I think I need a Tantra's tongue. Let's see, will this work? Yes, it will. Perfect. All right, I can summon both y'all in, then we just wait for a blue to show up.
Sweet.
If it works that way, I hope it does.
I thought that the blues only showed up if you were invaded, not if you
Well, this is technically
summoned a
invasion.
red. But I actually don't know.
I'm pretty sure the wording on it will say invaded. I think we'll find out.
What does it say on your screen when I come in?
It says summoned as an adversary.
Yeah, I'm not a invader.
Hold on.
I'm an
Red
adversary.
ciphering. Well, you guys can fight while I figure this out if you want to.
Can we? Can reds fight each other?
Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, cool. All right, let's see it. Are you a mushroom man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's like the closest you can get to the Xanthus crown in this.
Yeah.
What is your spear?
It's just Vike's War Spear.
Cool.
Dragon
Oop.
bread. Scarlet rot bread.
Man! You gotta be real close to get past that. Man, a perfect.
Yeah, I don't know how to Google search for this, to be honest with you.
Searching for the hunter thing.
Yeah, just to see if like you can get a hunter via red summon sign. There's nothing specific I can find. I'm probably just searching the wrong way.
I would just search hunter adversary Elden Ring. Is there anything that comes up with that?
Well, I mean, I could search for that stuff. It's just like there's nothing like I don't know how to specifically search for forums and stuff like that to find out if you can get summoned as a hunter if someone is summoned via
Ted's
red
here.
signs.
We did, Ted. We got Elden Beast first try.
We did it.
So we're just hanging out and doing some PvP now.
Ted doesn't have Elden Ring, does he?
He does.
Does he have it on the PlayStation?
He does, but I
Dude.
doubt he has a character up to this
Oh,
spot.
fair.
But he might.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time finding this too.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if there's anybody that has talked about it specifically as a problem.
If you summon us in, can you turn your password off and summon in randos?
No, once you have people in your world, you can't remove the password or anything at that point. It's like set in stone for a minute.
Man.
Wait, is it? No, it's not.
Yeah, do other summon signs show
Oh.
up for you if you turn it off?
I did turn it on. I don't see anything right now.
Gonna be putting a yellow sign down here, right?
Yeah.
And also, I don't like if what's her name is dead, then he probably can't even summon friendlies here.
Oh,
That's
that's a
true.
good point too. That is actually a very good
But
point.
you wouldn't
That-
be summoning friendlies. You'd be summoning other reds, because reds can fight
right,
reds.
but I can only have 2 reds in my world. So there's like when you taunt your tongue. That's why I don't like the fact that they did Elden Ring PvP the way they did with the summoning and stuff like that. Because now you can only have up to 4 players. You can either have 2 friendlies and 1 red, or if you only summon 1 red that taunt your tongue, you have like 2 of the spots can be reserved for invaders as well. So it's like, oh, you can have 1 friend and 2 invaders, or 2 friends and 1 invader only, and that's it. It's awful. So because you two both are here, I won't be able to summon any other red. So it's either a blue or nothing if that's even possible. But I have killed Renala. But turns out my theory on that is false because me and Michael, I had killed the area boss and the main boss in a specific area, and we were still getting 4 people in PvP. We were doing 2v2s in the worlds. So.
Ooh. You got a lot of tricks. I can jump and stab. Ugh. Got you. I figured I would need to trade.
I was
for
down.
that.
I was down. I was down a blue.
Oh, you couldn't do the dragon anymore?
No, because of our last duel, I couldn't hit another blue. It wasn't because of our last duel. It's because between our last duel and that duel, I was using the Mimic Veil a lot.
Oh.
And then I needed to hit my blue, so I only had one. Yeah, Finral, we got him. First try.
He's dead. First try. Yeah, also we should mention, Ted mentioned in chat, we're celebrating being done with Elden Ring by going to Ted's house and eating ramen next Monday.
Will that be on stream though?
It will not be on stream. You have to touch grass to be there.
Lame. No ramen stream, man.
You should come though, Emma, if you're free. I don't know if your life is too chaotic right now to come eat ramen. Also,
I mean,
it's
no,
not necessarily my ramen, so maybe Ted should invite you.
That's also true. Yeah. So I mean, like, that's up to Ted, but like yeah, I'm not gonna say anything until then. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna invite myself over to something else's house.
All right,
I'll
Krampus,
fight
I'm
you.
gonna
I'll fight
rematch you.
Wait, get me in so I can watch it at least.
Oh
okay,
yeah,
hold
do
on.
that.
I don't see a sign. Oh, I took my password off. That's why I don't see your sign.
And I think I may
But I
go
still- I didn't actually see any
respec
other
back
red
to
signs,
OG
though.
Glacia after this fight.
Alright, I'm waiting on your sign to pop up. There it is. I heard it at least. There it is.
I haven't doxed Ted, so Ornstein will not be there, he says.
Ooh, I want to do this against Swafford. This will be fun. Waiting on camera to show up. Freaking slowpoke, man. There he is. Okay, let's drink this flask.
Put him to
No.
sleep.
No, it was a freezing pot. Man. Come on. There it is.
Man, I have no range with this. I gotta be right up on you. Oh man, you got poise.
Oh yeah. Dude, I watched Taste the Bro, bro. The PvP stuff. What do you mean? I got points for days. Where do you think I learned my tricks? From the man himself. Give me my blue juice.
Got you.
Oh, maybe I'll go poise for days. Maybe that was an exaggeration.
Poise for hours.
Dang it. That's trying to meme you. Get some vitality regen going here.
Oh no. We don't like that. Ah. No.
Pop your bubble.
Rude.
That's such a bad physics for PvP. Alright, stamina, I think.
Oh, we're getting there.
Oh.
Oh man, I wish I would have been closer when you went to go for that flask.
Not quite, buddy. I got pots for days, though.
Oh, so close. Oh man, that was so close. I got you! Oh man.
Dang it. GG's. Give me
Okay, I'm going to respec.
I was definitely trying to get it to where we killed each other.
Yeah, that was a risk. I was hoping that the flames would no longer be hurt boxes by the time I landed.
I can do a secondary strike out of it. That's.
Oh, gotcha.
I was also trying to bait you. So
that is that I love that Ash of War.
Yeah,
it's the one I have on my on one of my clubs on Captain Caveman.
It's really good. Not only is there a second strike you can do out of it, it also buffs the weapon with fire.
Yeah, it coats your weapon.
Yeah, like 30 seconds. Yeah.
Ammo Ted says you are invited to ramen if you want to come.
Oh, sweet. I mean, I don't think I have anything going on, but like everything is sporadic right now, so I'll have to see.
Right.
Like when Monday happens. So. Am I still hosting?
Sure.
Or do you guys want to try some arena
We
stuff?
could probably get one while we wait for Swafford. He's going to respec.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah, that's fine.
Look at my soft caps real quick.
What is? Why can't I Taunter stuff now? Do I have to do this first? Oh, yeah, I do have to do that first. Man, it's so as far as I know, I don't know of any like enemy or anything that drops the item I need to make more freezing pots, like in just like the base game or whatever. I need to find out.
Man, there's so many little like crafting items you have to go farm for various things. I was making those livers before stream, and gosh, like not only do you have to go get the cookbook, but you have to go get like a ton of like 3 different items that in many cases only are sold by merchants, or you just have to like rest at a grace over and over again to get a bunch of them. It's just a weird like time wasting factor.
Whoops.
I love that whip. It's so cool.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
I wish whips were better in this game. There's that coiled sword whip you can get. It's such a cool weapon. Just, I mean, aesthetically at least.
Yeah. I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about, kind of. Not to, like, yank things back into, like, negativity about Elden Ring, but, like, with the whole, like, oh, the build variety is so high or whatever, it really doesn't feel like that, because there's so many weapons that just suck, and, like...
That's true. There's way too many that aren't viable.
Yeah, if you're trying to do, like, anything, it's like, well, I basically need one of these, like, 4... to like do anything with this build, or else the build sucks, or I'm just using a weapon that there is just a strictly better version. And then there are entire classes of weapons like whips and flails that just kind of suck altogether, and they're not very good. And you can do stuff to push them up, but then the stuff you have to do makes your build functionally similar to a different build, and then it's like, well, you're yes, you are making these like flails work, but to do it you're doing like a frost bleed build, and that would be better with basically any other weapon.
So like the maces and flails were better. So bad.
Yeah.
But like I know do you is that the Fire Giant's Remembrance weapon?
Yeah.
Okay. The weapon art on that's actually pretty good. I've used it in PvP before,
cool.
and it tricks people up. I think it's similar to the
It is. It's kind of like the Witch's Locks.
Yeah. It just trips people out because they don't expect it.
This thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's not the one I'm thinking of. That's the one that the Snake Boy has at the castle. Or,
oh yeah, that's right. Oh, the witch. Yeah. The one you're talking about is the one where he just, like slings it around his head a lot. Yeah.
Is that the one? That's the one the little snake is using in Volcano Manor.
Yeah.
That's so fun. I've never played with it, but I love seeing him use it against me. Thanks for watching, Ted. Enjoy Quaylog.
See you, Ted.
How long do you guys want to play?
That's up to y'all.
I think it's up to Cam, because he's the person whose patience I've tested for the last 10 months or whatever.
I don't care. We're in extra innings.
Okay.
You've got me till 10 contractually. But we're vastly into a zone within which I care very, very little, which is fine, because whatever. But Ornstein says a PvP, I agree, but PvE, I think the game has most build variety of any game. Souls game, cap. It's not true. Tons and tons and tons of the builds wind up in the exact same place. I just disagree.
Yeah, because once you hit a certain point in the bosses, like you're having to optimize your character so narrowly.
You end up having to get every single angle of advantage in order to make the game, in order to go through the game, unless you're just running through it, whatever. But on your normal playthrough, the people that you're running into when you're doing whatever it's very, very similar. You're running into a lot of the same stuff, whether it's PvP. Yes, in PvP, it's this amalgated mush of just using a billion weapons and every single Ash of War or whatever. In PvE, it's okay, well, they're probably using a Frostbleed build. If not, maybe it's Blasphemous Blade. If not, it's some weapon that cheeses this boss specifically. There you go. That's about all. That's about all you see most of the time.
Yeah. I will say I do watch a lot of Chase the Bro and stuff like that, but because of the new patches, it's starting to branch out a little bit as far as weapon variety goes. But even still, it's he uses the same 3, 4, maybe 5 weapons here and there. In most videos, it's he has a bow that he uses, the Rudon's bow, and then the Stone Giant's bow just for range options, and then as far as weapons go, I always see him using his Wayhander. I never see him use Greatsword. He uses his Wayhander over Greatsword. I always see Claymore, like Banished Knight Sword or something that has like the Baldur's. I think it's the Baldur's Side Sword moveset. I think it has like the weird curvy swing instead of like just the straight down swing. But yeah, he uses that. And then I'll see him use. He actually doesn't use the lances anymore either. Wait, just a painting? That's an option?
Good. Cool painting.
Wow.
I'm gonna sit and look at this painting.
Good. Yeah, go for it, man.
It's of the burger. Oh.
Cameron knew. Cameron knew.
I'm healing. That's no fair.
That's no
dishonorable.
Fair. Yeah. Also, I was gonna say, Cam, your madness build on my character here is not great. Only because I have a lot of phase, so I have a lot of resistance.
I don't care. It's not. Yeah.
It's not
I don't
PvP
care.
or anything. I know you don't care.
Yeah.
I was just letting you know, like, I was like worried about it at first, and then I saw how little it was building up when we were fighting. And I was like, oh, I'm not worried about this at all.
Whoop.
Man, I love the dragon breaths, man. They're so cool.
So easy to get caught in. Got you.
You also got Scarlet Rotted, though.
I got Scarlet Rotted, but it was worth it. I won. Okay, let me heal. And do I have a bolus? Let's see.
While you're inputting your death, I wanted to Blasphemous 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
I didn't, but I wanted to. Let me get Cameron back in here so we can do some live.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Very fair.
There was a cool build that I saw for PvE that I think it was Sunlight Blade made. It was like you do more damage with every like succession hit. And he was using the Mariah's Executioner Sword, the thing that had the really cool weapon art.
That's fun. I have a character that's like halfway through the game with that. But I haven't gotten to the point where you can get the talismans that make it really pop off. Because that's in the Erdtree. Oh, you have to go through two playthroughs?
Yep. Because you have to do What's-Her-Face's quest line, Millennia's sister's or cousin or whoever she is.
Oh, you got to do it twice.
Yeah, well,
that's
like,
so stupid. Yeah. Oh my god.
When I found that out, I was like, that's awful. So like, there's a whole Discord you can get on and trade for it and patches. It's called Patches Emporium. But
wait, I thought you couldn't trade talismans.
Yeah, you can. You absolutely can.
You can?
You could in Dark Souls 3. You can in this game too. Yeah, absolutely.
Hold on. Let me try to drop you a talisman. I didn't know you could do that.
I've done this many times, Swafford. I promise.
Oh, yeah, you can. Interesting.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna fight.
But yeah,
Krampus.
if you try to go get it by yourself, you have to do 2 playthroughs. You have to get to her at the end of her quest like twice, because that's what gives you the things that give you the like extra damage for the wrong target. Nice. Nice. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't hit you.
Well, I've used the Blasphemous Blade quite a bit. I'm familiar.
Yeah, but I free aimed it. I thought you were gonna jump in.
Oh, you free aimed it. Cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I dodged way too early.
Oh,
like that. Free aimed it.
Nice.
Not good enough range.
Yeah, it's not quite as long as the greatsword. Man, I
true.
thought I hit you.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna hit me too. So I was like, I dodged too early again. You know what? What do I have on this? Oh yeah, let's do this. This will be fun. Oh,
you're not seeing me while you're looking at your menus.
I'm fat rolling. I don't care. Let's go.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Get him! Oh god.
Got you. Oh no no no.
My physics, buddy. I need more blue.
Oh man! Unfair. I'm not counting that. That's cheap.
I'm sorry. That was really funny. I'm fat rolling through. Oh no, you got me. So good.
Ted wants me to ask you what baby names you're thinking about. Have you gotten to this stage of
We've
this
already
process?
picked it out for a boy and girl.
Oh
Actually,
wow.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
are they?
So for a boy, we're gonna go with Ashton, I think.
Okay.
And then for a girl, we've got two names. So the middle name for the boy is gonna be after her dad because he died at the end of 2021. But it's gonna be Ashton Wayne, and then
Okay.
for a girl, we're gonna go first name Amara, and then the second name or middle name will be Violet.
Ooh, I like both those names.
Yeah.
Yeah. My name was
cousin named
almost
Ashton.
Wayne, actually. My parents almost
Dang,
named me
that would have
Wayne.
been awesome.
But no, so here's the problem, though, right? Here's the problem. So if we decide to hyphenate our last names, her maiden name is Koble. Mine is Ogle. So Koble Ogle.
Koble Ogle? Oh my god, Immo, you have to do this.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
My name is Koble Ogle.
But see, she's gonna hyphenate her maiden and married name, so because like her kids have two different last names, so she wants to have the same last name as all of her kids. But like with me, it's like, oh, one of them is gonna have a different last name.
Man,
so.
you must unleash this name upon the world. You got to do it.
I don't have to do anything.
If somebody ever submitted that like on a resume, I would think that they were kidding. I'd be like, wait, what? How do you say that?
Ogle Koble Koble. That's so Swaff. Wait, is that Swaff in front of me or?
That's me.
Wait, where's
yeah,
Cam?
I'm right here. I don't know where he is. Did he mimic?
In my red sign. You never summoned me.
I don't see it. Oh, for some reason my Tantra Stone was not active. Oh, I died. That's right. There it is. Now I'm not fat rolling no more.
It reminds me of that thing, like, I don't know if either of you have ever watched Arrested Development, but there's like a character in Arrested Development named Bob Loblaw.
Yes. and Bob Loblaw's Loblog.
Yeah.
God, I haven't seen that in a long time.
And there's
I've actually watched the whole show.
There's a headline when he wins a case where it says Bob Loblaw lobs law bomb.
Amazing.
Andrew Swafford.
Where could I be?
I don't know, man. Where is it? Where's Swafford? Come here. Come here. I love this stupid action more.
It's ridiculous. Can you do it forever or until you run out of stamina?
Oh no, it takes FP. It just doesn't take a lot of FP.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Oh man, great sword. That's sorry. Yeah, heavy. Ah, Leopard Potta.
I was just swinging it behind you to see if you could hear it go like me me.
Oh, I absolutely can hear it. Yeah.
Man.
Dang it. Maybe Swafford.
Stupid Praetor hammer thing looks like it's like got an invader texture on top of it.
It does.
Like it's...
Oh man, that was not safe.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to do it again. Oh,
Neither was that.
you're right. Neither will this be. Come here, Swafford. Come here, Swafford. Come here. Come here, Swafford. I'm out of blue. Dang it. Well, let me drink my Kool-Aid. Well, that too, but let me drink my other Kool-Aid. Pop your stupid bubble.
I need to get some of those out.
here, Swaffer.
Nope.
Come here, Swaffer.
Nope.
Come here,
Not
buddy.
today.
I'm gonna get you with the goat.
Get your goat.
I'm gonna the goat's gonna get you. Come here, Swaffer. Come here, Swaffer. Oh, come here, Swaffer. Oh,
Got
no.
you.
No, the goat didn't get him. Get him, Cameron.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I guess, okay, so, like, I thought you could just keep doing it over and over and over, but I guess it stops after, like 5 or 6 of them or something.
I need to start counting.
Let's see.
Ted says that in high school he had a teacher named Phyllis Hillis.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Dr. Seuss high school that you go to.
No, okay, so I'm doing that stupid goat thing right now, and it literally let me continue going until I ran out of FP, so now I can still do it even after I'm out of FP. I don't know why it stopped randomly.
I want to watch y'all fight.
Okay.
Why?
Because I have fought both of you a lot. I haven't seen you fight each other.
Okay. Get your stopwatch ready.
I think Cameron's just, like, tapped out from the game in general.
That's part of it, but
Yeah.
there has never been a point in my life where I have cared about this PvP at all, and so I don't know
Fair.
anything about it. I don't want to learn it. I don't care.
That's
So I
fair.
when I'm fighting against you guys, I fight basically like I am running into like one of those zombies on the road. I don't care. I'm just throwing stuff at you and seeing what hits. It doesn't matter.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really change. I don't have anything that's optimized for PvP specifically. This is just like my PvE build, right? I've never actually made a character that was just for PvP. But I should do that at some point. That would be fun. Oh man, we got a cannon.
I'm locked down so long. No, get away from me. Get away. Why was it
Oh
firing?
my gosh.
I was
What are you
landing on
doing?
one. I was trying to fire at my feet. Ow. You
Getting
whipped me
whipped.
in the back.
Oh.
Dang it. This takes so long. Ow. Oh wow.
Rip.
I thought
Madness
like,
proc.
yeah. I really thought that I'd be able to roll towards you and get out of it.
Yeah, Vike's the stupid Ashavoron Vike spear. The hit detection on it is so weird, and
Yeah.
like, because you shoot up in the air, and then like a lot of there have been times where I've been playing against people, and they've like rolled underneath me, and then like my guy will start the descent one way and literally like World of Warcraft like glitch backward and like strike the ground behind him and like hit them even though they've rolled through me, and
Yeah.
it's like the detection is like really crazy. So
It's also like really easy to dodge if you know how to do it.
yeah.
It's like free backstab as well.
And the way that the like lock on and the jump attacks intersect with one another is kind of weird. Like you'll get pulled a direction kind of by your camera in a way.
Yep.
Mhm.
So that's why like I would always recommend trying to free aim Vike's Force Spear's like weapon art. That way you don't have to you have a way better chance of hitting your opponent instead of it like letting the target tracking try to do it for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Whoa, hey boys, what's happening?
You have iframes. When you guys get summoned and you have iframes, I can't actually.
I know.
That's true.
I just
Alright, I'm
wanna
gonna
scare you.
fight Cam.
How about we all fight each other? So just do battle
Yeah.
royale.
Can we do that, or is
Battle
it
Royale.
yeah,
Do it.
an ordeal?
Ow, my butt. I'll drink my
Leave me alone.
biscuit. Leave me alone. This is some reading go. I guess I did. No, it on me. Aye.
Oh.
I was waiting for you. I thought Cameron was gonna try to snipe. Yeah, run over this.
What is that called in Dark Souls 1?
What? The big pillar of flame thing?
Yeah,
I don't remember. Chaos flame or something?
something chaos.
Oh god.
Ah!
Oh, wow, it didn't scroll around me. I'm surprised. Do I have boluses for that? I won't say.
Oh, no. Oh gosh, I was just shy. No!
Ow.
Who died? Oh, you guys are still going at
Nobody.
it.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Dang it. You know what? Malachus.
Chance, I'm not sure what spell you're talking about. Is it
Nice.
the Chaos Firestorm one that we were talking about a second ago from Dark Souls 1?
No, it is always sucked bad.
Yeah, it's not very good in Dark Souls 1.
It's really, really bad. I have it because I just think it's kind of like funny, mainly.
Yeah.
It's kind of
but
good
it's-
in the more than 2 people ordeals or
If
whatever the other one's called.
if you're in a spot that doesn't have to kind of clump them together, which is kind of funny. But that's about it. It's not good.
You can just have a ton of spells on you at any given time in this
Yeah,
game.
I
So
have
there's no
so many
reason not
extra
to have it in
spells.
your back pocket. Chance wants me to ask you, Emma, what spell he's thinking of in Demon Souls. I have no idea.
I don't remember the name of it, but I know what he's talking about. So like that fire pillar spell in Demon Souls was actually really good. Chance would do this really mean thing where it's like he would get summoned in as the monk boss, right?
Yeah.
And then he'd wait for them to walk in the door and cast it, so he'd like instantly kill them because like most of the time they couldn't even get out of it. Like they were locked in the animation of like walking into the boss room, so they'd like when their iframes ran out, they would just instantly get hit by it, and like their health would just dissipate. So it was funny.
You can heal, by
really,
the way,
really
if you
mean.
want to. I shouldn't have hit you.
Oh, no, I don't care. You're fine. What do you think I am, a coward? Yeah, I'm cared.
All right, boys, I'm here.
Malekith's Black Blade.
Yeah, if you had to mess with it. You would let
It's very
you
cool.
No, that's all you come in, boy. Oh, man. That's such a cool fireball spell.
Nope! Get out! The range on that is ridiculous.
Swafford just has so much trouble with it. I just keep wanting to like spray him. Just like,
I
well,
was trying to go for a backstab. Oh, man. I almost had that.
Nope. Not today.
Not today. My physics. Why'd you come at me like that? Oh, man, I missed.
Whoop.
Really, really want to hit you with Waves of Darkness. So bad.
Good luck. Oh! Hit me
I'll
with
hit you with
that.
that.
Hit me with his Y-hander. Is this Y-hander good? I know that
Yeah.
Chase the Row uses it a lot.
Yeah,
It's
it's
always
always been
good.
good. Yep. Oh, I bet I could dodge out of that. little faster. Not quite.
Oop, nice.
Oh
Got
wow!
you.
Did you buffer that R1 or was that on purpose?
Did I buffer?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, did you hit R1? Like, were you actually trying to swing at me?
I was actually trying to swing at you.
Nice. Well, that's bait. I fell for it. I fell for the bait. Well, I asked because like a lot of times if like, so like, let's say I hit the R1 button because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try and like do something cheeky and like I try to bait you into something. I hit R1, but then you do something cheeky to me instead, and I'm like, oh, well, I
Right.
need to dodge this instead. But my R1 is already buffered, so instead of dodging like I want to, my character will swing again.
There
So
is a
it's buffering the
weird.
attack,
I don't
yeah.
know if this is what people mean when they say input lag, or if it's just like a weird way that the button system works in Elden Ring, where you can kind of like put in multiple movements in a row, and it'll just like wait till you finish one animation and go into the second button you pressed.
Yeah, it's buffering.
Yeah,
That's
it's buffering.
that's what I'm talking about. It'll buffer the next animation.
I've been
so.
trying to like. I used to have a very bad habit of like when I am done swinging at somebody, I will swing like an extra time that I shouldn't have swung because of the way that the game will kind of like load up those button presses. So I'm trying to like press them more selectively now.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the buffering. So like that's why I thought you like were trying to get away from me and dodge roll, and you buffered the R1 and hit me with it. That's what I was assuming, or that's not assuming, but thought. That's why I asked. Because I was like, oh, if you baited me there, then that was a really good bait. You got me. It's Swafford. Come here.
Absolutely not.
Come here. Deserved. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, Swaff. Don't you come over here. This is my house.
No! Yeah, I need to be watching whoever I'm not actually fighting.
That's why I'm on target. Told you I'm gonna get you. Dang it, I got you a little bit. I'm gonna get you. I ran out of stamina. I can't get you.
Oof.
Snaps.
Whoa!
Dang it. Dang it.
Don't be
Swafford,
throwing
don't you come
stuff
at me. Don't you do it. Oh, God.
I'm doing it.
Huh. Come here.
Oh, he's got a twin
Come here.
blade.
Come here. Yeah, dude, I knew I was stuck between y'all, so I was like, no, I need some room.
Nope.
Ooh, I'm surprised you escaped all that.
That was tricky.
It's G2 rock around to it's tricky. Do my rocks. Ow, why did I do that?
Nope.
This would kill me! Oh wow, he ran out of stamina. My scar rotted. No, I'm very close though.
Where are you? Oh, you're behind me.
I'm right here. Yeah.
Oh, if I could just kill you.
Oh.
No, no!
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
I got right at the range. No! was going to do the same thing.
That's Scarlet Rot 3, Swaff 0.
So what is the best way to get around it? Do you like try to get behind the person or roll to the side or back up?
Okay, so if you're close enough to the person, definitely go behind them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you can just
And you
roll
run
through
around.
it and hit me in the back. It's free.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
If you're far away, to the side. You gotta just
Yeah.
run as much. You're still probably gonna take a little bit of like some ticks here and there, but
Mhm.
yeah, running off to the side is the best option. I think to the right. I don't know if it matters, but I think I don't know. I'm not.
I haven't noticed the detection being better or worse one way or the other.
Yeah.
I also usually free aim it for what it's worth, so
Yeah.
yeah. Unless the person's really close, in which case it seems better to use it to like track, because sometimes
Yes.
it'll like pull a little bit to the side and stagger them or something.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like targeting, if they're right on top of you, it'll aim it down. I think you can still do the same thing.
Yeah.
So hey,
Ted
Cameron,
asked an interesting question. He said he's watching Quelaag play Demon Souls. Is Demon Souls the most atheist from Swaff?
I don't think can you say any of the FromSoft games are atheist?
I don't think so.
I don't
think
think
it's
so.
I think it's D&D rules where like you can't really. It's a stupid thing to do. I mean, I think that you could be like, you know, you think that the deities or whatever are referred to as deities are like bad and you don't like them. But
Right.
I think that like to not believe in them is kind of not really something.
They're in the game.
Right,
And this
they're
is
here.
actually going back to something that I was going to ask you about last week, presuming we were going to get to Elden Beast. But I wanted to circle back around to that. The thing we talked about regarding the way George R. R. Martin writes gods and magic and things in his stories. How do you feel about the fact that like as a work by George R. R. Martin, there are just kind of unequivocally like gods and you know divine power in this game?
It's not necessarily out of the like realm of the stuff he did. It's just like his definitions that he would use for like what he would refer to as a deity are different, kind of.
How so?
Like,
so like how does you know the what is it called, the outer will, greater will?
the greater will.
How is that a deity in a different way than like you know Yahweh is a deity?
Because I think that I think that the outer will is just kind of like a higher consciousness. I don't think like I think that's like the sort of implication you're supposed to take away, and that it can't like interact. It's kind of like Erdden or something in Bloodborne. But like, which is not outside of the realm of how he writes stuff. He has also written stuff that like things that could be understood as deities do exist.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like the mechanics, I guess, are different. Like Elden Beast is very George R. R. Martin. Like it's like this thing that's like bound to. Nice. What did you throw at me?
the weapon art of this. Oh no, wrong flask. It does a lot of damage.
Yeah. But yeah, like in that it's like an emissary of something and not the actual like thing itself, really. Like that.
Right.
That's
You never
like,
actually
up
see
his
the thing
alley.
itself.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a William
wow.
Blake poem
Oh, yeah.
called The Fly that is like him talking to God, and he's kind of asking God if the relationship between him and God is kind of like the relationship between him and a fly, like the roles being reversed, like those just being two beings that are kind of like existing and having consciousness on like very, very different levels.
Yeah. I should have pulled out my patas and started swinging at you.
I think I would have been able to trade through it and had enough
I'm
health.
sure.
Yeah. I was like a little, like barely less than half.
Ornstein says he's gonna leave by Swaff. Been a great series. Curious
Yeah.
to see what you do next.
Thanks for watching.
Well, I mean, you
been
guys
a
will have
long
the
haul.
DLC to come, like, to do when that comes out.
We will.
Don't remind me.
I was also going to recommend another game if you ever wanted to play another game on stream at some point, Swaff. There's
What's
a
that?
game that has like a very similar aesthetic to Dark Souls. I know you like Metroidvanias, and it's that type of game as well. It's called Blasphemous. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Oh, I actually would like to play Blasphemous. Yeah,
It's
and
very
that
good.
might
I
be
was
a fun
talking
stream
about
game
Blasphemous
too.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan was talking about playing Blasphemous yesterday, and I think he was saying basically, like, I don't know, I have always had trouble with Metroidvanias, and I think that he similarly does too, where like we both get to a certain point. And I attribute this kind of just to being like Mega Man brain, I think, but like I get to a certain point in Metroidvanias when I'm playing them, like excluding a couple, where I'm just like, man, this whole little area here, this could have just been a level. I don't know why I had to walk over here. This sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like having to walk over here. This was stupid. This was like a really tight little level. I don't really care about the ambient exploration part of it. They're a weird genre, and I don't really gel with them. I get why people do, but I kind of like feel myself constantly being pulled towards the action end of them, and then the exploration bits just kind of feel like the exploration bits can kind of feel like they're just sort of like padding to keep me from finishing the game quickly.
Yeah.
I find that my feeling about the exploration bits of Metroidvania definitely vary game by game. And Hollow Knight is maybe the game that gives me the best feeling in that regard. But maybe Super Metroid
I like
is
the
number
exploration stuff in Hollow Knight most of the time.
Yeah.
But even in Hollow Knight, where I do like just kind of moving around the world and stuff, I do feel very often like, man, it is really something that I have had to walk all the way over here.
Yeah, because
like,
it's like an ordeal.
there.
A lot of the
Yeah.
little encounters and mix-ups are really tricky along the way. Where is Ammo right now?
He's hiding.
I have
Are we
my
playing hide and
concealing
seek?
veil on. You'll see why. Did you just pull a lever? Where you go, Cam? Where you go, buddy? I thought you were trying to backstab Swaff.
I see ammo. I see you sneaking around back
No,
there.
you don't see anything, buddy. You saw nothing.
No, this is a bad place to fight you. All of your spells have huge AoEs.
I can't believe that didn't hit you.
You saw
Bye.
nothing.
is Ammo up here?
No.
Dang it. Couldn't target you. What are you doing? What else on these? Ooh, this will be a fun one. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed Blasphemous. They're actually about to drop the second one here in
Oh, really?
June. Yeah, it's summer, so I don't know exactly when, but yeah.
Are we
The
just
second
running
one
through
looks
Ammo's Fry
cool.
Lucaria?
What?
Oh, these guys aren't aggroing. That's right.
Yeah,
They're
you're
reds.
red. Wait, why are you just running around my...
That's
What?
what I was wondering.
Oh. Are you gonna try to attack me just running past me? Ow. Ow.
Smacked.
I am not... Nope. You send the elevator down.
How is that not hitting you?
What?
My like spear is clipping into Swafford as he is jumping through the air and it's not hitting it.
Oh, get me out of here.
Ow, how'd that hit me?
Break it up, boys.
Are you screaming over there?
Wow, that got so close to my face.
I was ready to. You almost ran off the edge.
I did almost run off the edge.
I have to keep a close eye on camera, dude. I'm paying attention to everything he does. Ow, nice.
Yeah, he's up to
That's
some
okay.
shenanigans over there.
Ow. I hit the dodge button. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I dodged the frostbite. Proc. Okay, I'll take it.
Ham, I'll come up here.
Okay, see you. Ow, ow, back, ow, ow. Ow.
Got you.
Yeah, I saw that. I had to worry about Cameron behind me. That did a lot. Oh, no, you didn't get the frostbite proc though. That did a lot of damage.
Oh, I almost got Cam too. Ted says, ask Ammo if he is ready for Eternal Angry Baby. I don't know what that means.
I think it's King and Blasphemous. There's just a boss that's a big baby. Whatever.
Well, I think he's talking about me having a kid.
Oh, there is a boss in Blasphemous that is just a big, huge, giant baby. So.
It is. There is. There absolutely is. It has like a weird, like really long scorpion thing trying to sting you as well, like during the fight. It can one-shot you. It'll grab you and eat you. I didn't even know that. I just accidentally got grabbed by it once, and I was like, what?
Also, Ted, I've heard the word mix-ups or the phrase mix-ups used kind of differently in Souls circles versus in fighting game circles. So
It's supposed to mean the same thing, but I think a lot of the times there's kind of a Schrodinger's mix-up, right? Where if you just play like a complete dumbass and then like hit someone, you're like, wow, I'm
right.
you up, bud.
I saw
And it's
somebody
like,
today. I don't remember where it was. I think it was like a YouTube comment or something saying like
Yeah.
my opponent doesn't know what I'm doing if I also don't know what I'm doing.
The ultimate mix-up.
Yeah.
Right there. Mixing yourself and your opponent up. There we go.
Hello.
Hi. I couldn't hit you, even if I wanted to. So I was swinging at you.
I'm out of here.
Jump in the hole.
This is a more fun place to fight, I think. Oop.
Go over there, Swaff. Oh man. Something hit you with something.
Nope. I hate it. Rip. No, I'm
Rip.
still alive.
Yeah, well, I let you live. Actually,
Thank
no,
you.
you probably. No, I'm joking. I'm just joking, y'all.
That's what I'm gonna say every time I don't kill you.
Oh, yes,
I
you
let you
did.
live.
You absolutely should. I let you live.
Ammo, I'm letting you live right
Hey, I appreciate it, buddy.
now.
You're a good man, Swafford. He's right down. Oh man, that was so cool. I just killed Swafford.
Letting you live
I
again.
was just looking at you. You know
Oh.
what, Swaff? I appreciate it. And I'm gonna drink some red juice. Cameron definitely didn't let you live.
No.
You trying to sleep me, buddy. What's wrong with you? You want to take a stroll through Lucaria together, bud?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, let's go.
Thanks.
Okay, so we
good,
have
man.
10 minutes left before 10 rolls around. Do we want to transition into like closing thoughts on Elden Ring?
I think I have issued my full statement on Elden Ring.
Yeah.
At this point.
I don't. I think it's. I mean, I think it's good. I don't like it the same way I like Souls games. I'm happy to put it in the rear view. I'm sure I will be happy to come back and play the DLC. There is a thing. There is such a thing as like too open, and this game is too open. To me, and I don't like that about it.
Too big.
But it's. I mean, it's still good for what it is. I think it's kind of certainly mission accomplished. But and I think it is pretty like undeniably amazing that they have been able to reach such a massive audience and all that type of stuff. But and I'm glad to have played it and all that type of stuff. And I'm maybe things will come in the future that make me feel differently about it. But for now, it's kind of dropped pretty significantly in my kind of like feelings about the series. To where now I kind of like can't think of a game in the series I like less than Elden Ring. So like for my money, if for whatever Souls game, I would probably prefer to just play any other Souls game or Sekiro or Bloodborne or whatever, like more so than I would for Elden Ring. But that's not like a knock against Elden Ring as of like what they were trying to accomplish. It's just that I don't like what they were trying to accomplish, kind of personally.
It doesn't do
and
any one thing like as good as most of the other games do.
I feel like there's a lot of highs in it too that I do appreciate, but there's always been just some distance between me and this game, and I just don't really, no matter how hard I have tried to close that gap, it just won't go away. And I don't think it will, and that's okay. So I like it. I think it's great, even though it is probably I guess on the bottom of my feelings for Souls games. I still think it's better than like 90% of video games I can make. So
for sure, I would rather play this than 90% of video games. Absolutely,
man. There were more.
But I also want to echo something you said last week too, Cam, where you were talking about how. I mean, we've mentioned it many times over the course of this very long journey, but how your first experience with Elden Ring is just fundamentally different from every other experience that you have with it. Like that first time, it is kind of like this sublime experience because the game is so big and the game is so pretty and the game has so much in it, so surprising in so many moments. That it really does feel like you're going on a journey, which I know is a thing that Miyazaki has really been trying to capture from the very beginning of the franchise. But I think the scope of it definitely like weighs it down in a lot of ways too. Whereas like in many cases, a lot of the appeal of replaying the old Souls games is the familiarity with each individual space and each individual encounter, and kind of being able to like build your skill it like so many times over on so many different challenges. And this one is so big that like unless you're just beelining through it every single time, like only doing the main bosses, like you're never you don't run into the same thing enough times to like really memorize the game. Like I have Lordran in my head, like I could sketch out like the whole thing, but this is this really like tangled mess of like big open areas, and in some cases just kind of like really like interweaving like complicated catacombs. It's so hard to hold it in your head, and like that's just, I don't know, it fundamentally changes the way that I engage with the games, because I like replaying them in like short succession, like going into new game plus 2, trying out new builds and going to the end, and it's just such a slog. I feel like so much of the time I'm playing it, I'm also looking at the wiki. And I shouldn't have to be looking at the wiki. I should be playing the game. But it's just like too complicated, too many like items to have to look up where they are to like, put into the right slot in your character. It's just kind of exhausting in a lot of ways. And like that grows increasingly true as you get further past the midpoint of the game,
Yeah.
and so it ultimately feels very disappointing. Even when you replay it and you're like, oh man, yeah, like Elden Ring is so good, Limgrave is so good. I love the way this game introduces you to X, Y, and Z. But like it is always going to have that diminishing returns because the back end of it is just so like I don't know, subpar or lazy. Like it feels like it's just being overextended or being overcranked, pursuing difficulty for difficulty's own sake, as opposed to like flavor or player experience or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, like, it is what it is. It's just kind of a difference in what I go for with games now. You know, I probably would have been crazy about Elden Ring if it came out when I was like 20.
Yeah.
But like, I just, it's not what I like anymore. I mean, you can ask Ammo, like, some of the most fun that, like, I have had playing games in the past several years has been playing, like, doing co-op runs with Ammo of Streets of Rage 4. And we have like, we've played through that game like dozens and dozens and dozens of times, but it's something that like if we can line up our times right and we can both set aside 45 minutes, we can run through the whole thing together.
Right.
And it's just like, oh, this is just fun. It's just like a fun thing to do, and like your skill with it just kind of tightens and tightens and tightens. You know?
Absolutely.
And I think that sort of thing is kind of impossible with Elden Ring because of the scale. And you know, you can get to know it in a more intimate way than probably you or I have, but like mostly I find it difficult to give it the will that I want to give it, and that is the thing that I find the most like, I don't know, kind of strange about it, is that like all the other games I have been so ready to just like give so much time to them and so much of my like mental energy and space and all that stuff, but like with Elden Ring I just can't get it out of the well. I don't know why. It's
sorry,
go ahead. No, that's it.
I was just gonna say I'm very frustrated that like getting to the end of the stream I still feel like I don't know the game as well as I do so many of the other games, because like streaming any of these games has involved becoming like very intimately familiar with all the spaces and combat encounters and boss like move sets and things like that, because we're like going through them slowly together, we're talking about them, we're kind of analyzing them and weighing the pros and cons of various choices, and like we have done that throughout Elden Ring for sure, but I don't know, it's been such a long experience and it feels like we have both remained kind of unfamiliar with so much of it throughout. Giving it this really deep dive has not necessarily made it better. It is kind of made the flaws feel more glaring. Yeah.
Well, okay, but since this is the last one for a while, what about like the Souls series in general?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you like on terms of how like what do you you know? I feel like, oh man, that was crazy. I feel like one of the reasons that Elden Ring has been difficult for me is because I feel like there's parts of it that are engaging with a industry standard stuff that I don't like. And I feel like that there has been within the, and I think again, like Elden Ring versus any of these like Ubisoft open world pieces of crap games that have come out in the past 10 years, like I still like it a lot better.
Totally.
But like there is this sort of like urging from the industry for some reason to just like blot everything and just like explode it outward, right? And just make every single game this massive experience. That things start to become really, really like just watered down, I guess. And like it's like I guess the way that I would think of it is like Metal Gear is the same way. So like Metal Gear to Metal Gear 5 is a very good analog to like Dark Souls to Elden Ring, wherein like in Dark Souls everything is so tight and the level design is such a forefronted thing in it that almost every single thing you do feels like impactful. Like you remember, I remember, even though I played Dark Souls for the first time a really, really long time ago, I will be like
back in the Berg or something and remember when I drop to this spot, there is a fated soul there. Like I will remember that, you know?
I know
In
where
this
all
game-
of those little soul items are because I
Yeah.
learned them for the speed run because they're easy to remember. The game is so memorable. It
Yeah,
is
but
like
in this
teaching
game, it's
you
like-
the layout and the geography as you're playing.
But in this game, it's like every single thing loses weight because it's like all so much all the time, you know? That it like, as like you were saying, it just kind of becomes like overwhelming. But I don't think it's Elden Ring. I think it's a convention of modern game design.
I think that's
like where
true.
you're not supposed to get impactful, tight moments. Really, I think that like the industry kind of like push is to popcorn, like where you're like getting little bits of good all the time, like literal constant stimulation constantly, and because of that, like everything just kind of turns gray, I think.
And there's just a prevailing assumption that bigger is better, and like an open
How
world
you
game.
top yourself? And,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bigger is better, and harder is better, and like more complicated is better. Whereas I think that a lot of the previous games have like played around with scale and difficulty in ways that make them part of like the artistic experience of playing the game, as opposed to it just being an arms race. Though there is an element of an arms race throughout the Souls series, just because like they are catering to a certain fan base that has gotten better at the games over the years, and they're trying to like give them a challenge that is going to still feel satisfying. But a lot of that here doesn't feel also like balanced with like fairness in the mechanics. It's just like you need to feel like you're getting like slapped around by the game, because that's what's going to make you feel better about beating it.
Well, like, I mean, you can get to a certain level of aptitude and like mechanical understanding in this game, very similar to how myself or like Ammo was with like Dark Souls 3, where you feel so familiar with all of it that like the stuff becomes less like difficult because you just know how to like, okay, if I do this and this and this and this and this, then this guy just melts. But like the thing for me that is more striking, less so than that, is that I just don't care. Like I've had so much trouble like motivating myself to like push myself into that zone of being like, well, basically I feel like all of the Souls games, you get to a certain point where you start to see the Matrix code, right? Like you start looking at the game and you're seeing
you see the wireframe.
You start to see it differently. And Elden Ring, I never really got there. And I think it is kind of like intentionally obfuscated in sacrifice to the idea of like the spectacle of the adventure of it, which is fine. That's okay. Like I don't really mind. But it's difficult for me to push through to those chunkier, like mechanical and like, numeric things, because it's so clearly like not what the game is trying to ask you to do. And so like when you do it, it's like it feels like you're just kind of trying to like light a fire that has maybe already gone out.
Like we've talked about Malekith being one of the better parts of the last half of the game. But like, how much do you really want to like get good at Malekith? Because it's going to require like pushing through everything else of the game to get there. Like it's just so hard to remember because your experiences with each individual thing feel so spread out.
But overall, and this is why I'd like mention the Souls series thing in general to you, is that like it's kind of cool that it got so popular, right?
It's really cool that it got so popular.
It's really neat that this became a thing that is like a cultural touchstone for the time it came out and stuff like that. I would have never guessed, like the place where the Souls series started with Demon Souls being like this funky little Japanese game that Atlas distributed and nobody wanted to buy, and then now Elden Ring
people were importing
like
because it was hard to get.
And not only winning like critic awards like Soul series have been for the past little bit, but also winning like, I mean, humongous numbers and like all that type of stuff. It's pretty cool for like the idea of gaming to me, that Elden Ring was able to capture that, because like, again, though it is sort of like, in conversation with the industry in a way that I've kind of respected the Soul series for not being in conversation with the industry. They definitely had the conversation on their terms, and I think that that's like pretty cool.
Yeah.
If that's gonna happen, I would like for them to be the ones, you know, like leading that and steering it and being
For
like,
sure.
hey, you know, Nintendo, you guys cannot basically just make Breath of the Wild again. If you do, like, it's
Yeah.
you know, it's like, it's, you know, no one's gonna care because like we've already done this thing, you know.
And that might happen. Breath of the Wild 2 might come out, and the response might be, this doesn't really work in an era after Elden Ring.
Yeah.
And
Emma,
also,
what do you think about Elden Ring
Yeah,
versus
Emma, what do you think?
versus the other games?
I mean, definitely not my favorite. I mean, I've had a lot of good experiences with it, but again, my personal opinion and aspect is going to come more from the PvP side of things. It's like Dark Souls 3 means a lot to me, especially now. Because I like you said, like that was the thing. I bought it on I bought it on PC and like my PlayStation. I loved the game that much. Like I wanted to mess with some mods and stuff, but I also had people that wanted to play on both consoles, or you know, PC and console. So I was like, yeah, whatever. But Dark Souls 3 is by far my favorite Souls game. It means the most to me because that's where I quote unquote got good. And a
Right.
lot of things like it helped me pass a lot of like wall or like ceilings that I never thought that I could get past. And like it helped me a lot with like Smash, and I mean you helped me a lot with Smash for the most part. Like that mostly came from you, but I mean like knowing that I could like break those ceilings and just like things that I thought that I could never do, I was able to do. And like for example, the
Accomplishment
soul
feels
level.
good.
Exactly, but like the soul level 1 run, like I never thought that in
Mhm.
a million years that I'd ever be able to learn the boss patterns well enough with my reaction time and like be able to get through that and do this and do that. And then I was sat down and did it, and I had 2 bosses left that I never completed. But I mean, like even now when I redid it and then dropped it again, but I redid it and had 3 bosses left, and it's like, bruh, like I don't know, it opened a lot of doors for me, especially with like the fighting and stuff, like and like Smash Bros. And just like getting better in general at just games or whatever I want to do, like
or just
in that sense.
mindset in general. Like all that is
Exactly, that's kind
personal
of what I'm
life
getting
stuff.
at. Overall thing. That's pretty much what I mean there. But like
Right.
Dark Souls 3 means a lot more to me than just that. Like it helped me break ceilings, sure, but like I've spent so much time in that game. I have so many fond memories of that, of just like people, you know, doing fight clubs with you or doing fight clubs with, or just messing around with Michael and stuff like that. Just like we do like a little hide and seek thing, and it was really funny because like we just let people come in and wander around for 20 minutes before we hopped out. Like, okay, let's fight now. And
Right.
like I don't know, but like from the PvP aspect of things, like I never really got into Dark Souls 1 in that regard. I really started hating PvP in Dark Souls 2, and I love the aesthetic of Dark Souls 2. It has a lot of good things about it, but a lot of awful things too. Demon Souls is Demon Souls.
Right.
Yeah,
It's its own
It's its
thing.
own thing.
Demon
yeah,
Souls, like, it has big flaws, but I think they're kind of charming. Like it feels like a small
okay.
special game compared to this.
I will even argue that it's even more charming because of the remake. The remake is
Yeah,
incredible. I really, really enjoy the remake.
I agree. Yeah.
But as far as Elden Ring goes, it was an entirely different experience in Dark Souls 3. I thought it was going to be. I made the mistake of going in thinking it was going to be somewhat similar, which, I mean, it has similarities, sure, but it's not the same experience. Like, I agree with you all on the fact that it is a little too convoluted and, like, it is a little too big. And, you know, there's all these little minor things we have to worry about, where in Dark Souls 3 it's just like, okay, pick up your stuff and go. Like, it's, you know, more linear path or whatever. But, I mean, I like Elden Ring, but like speaking from a PvP strictly perspective, which is kind of what I've been trying to keep in mind with what I'm talking about, is
Yeah.
it's not nearly as good in that regard. It's in my
Mhm.
opinion worse because like they're just like in this game they specifically like were like, okay, we're gonna reward gang squatting, and like it's like, dude, that was terrible because like in Dark Souls 3 you at least stood a chance because you could do a 3v3, and it's like, oh, somebody's trying to gang squat or whatever, if you were decent enough, you could hold out until some people got there to spread them out, and then if you were able to take out one or two of them, bam, you're good. Like,
Yeah, well,
that
like
felt great.
PvP in this game to me kind of just feels like an afterthought. Like it feels like they
Oh,
sort of
yeah.
tacked it on because it's in all the rest of them.
Yeah,
And I feel like it's like that is the type of thing that makes it like difficult for me to kind of engage with. But
yeah,
again, I agree with you though that I feel like mainly it's just different, and
yeah.
it is very cool to me and impressive that they were able to take that Souls formula and make it into something that like lots of people enjoyed. But I will be happy to see what FromSoft does next, like what
Right.
the next step is, because they've said that it's not really going to be this, but
Yeah.
we'll see, I guess.
Wait, they have
Yeah.
said
Elden-
it is not going to be this? Like they have said
Yeah,
they're not making an Elden Ring 2?
Well, like Miyazaki said that he wants to move on to something else. Like
Yeah.
he just wants he wants to do a different thing now.
But he
So-
also said the same thing about Dark Souls 3, though. Like, he didn't want to do anything else after Dark
Well,
Souls 3.
he
like, that
did.
was gonna
He
be
did
the
move
end-all
on
be-all.
after Dark Souls 3.
Well, sure, but I mean, Elden Ring it's a spiritual successor. And I would even say it might even be a direct successor to
Sure.
Dark Souls. Like,
I mean, pertinent to that though is that like Sekiro did come out between then, and Sekiro
that's
is
true.
very, very
Well, there's a new
Yeah.
Armored Core game coming out here pretty soon, too, which is going to be kind of...
which I'm looking forward to.
I can't wait.
And,
me
like,
too. I've been wanting to get in that game.
Miyazaki worked on Bloodborne between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3. So like it would be really cool to see him put his talents towards something that is not totally different, but a different flavor of what they do. And I'm excited to see Armored Core as well.
Yeah, that'll be cool. But how would you guys feel about a Bloodborne 2 if it got officially announced and stuff like that? Like,
I'm personally of the opinion that Bloodborne is like almost perfect. So like I think that it's fine where it is, but
I agree. I think that Bloodborne is like an incredible short story. Like I don't need it to be a series. I would rather it stay its own like perfect little special thing, and like Miyazaki just make another cool new thing that I've never seen before.
Yeah. But like I don't know.
Well,
so like
that's time. I forgot that
we're past time.
We're past time. Thanks for staying though. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on, Emo. It was nice to have you on the back half there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm always down.
So yeah, thanks for watching, people. We will be back either when there is new Elden Ring DLC or when I have a new computer and I'm feeling up to streaming something else, whichever comes first. Probably the latter. But this is where it'll be when that happens. So
whenever Elden Ring DLC comes out, you're gonna have to go get me out of like that part in Return of the King where he has to go get the ghosts. That's
that's right.
You're gonna have to go get me out of a mountain.
Stick my hand into the swamps.
Yeah. You're gonna have to be like, you promised.
All right. Thanks for watching, y'all.
I get defeated.
Yeah, for sure. Bye, everybody.
Have a good night. Bye.